were the ones that set the stepping stones for us to follow. And hopefully, Richie Foy, all these guys, they did, Reggie Wheeler, these guys all laid great foundations for us in order to be here today. The places where we played, Calkins Park, Columbus Park, Toby May Field, behind the car wash. There were so many places where we honed our skills at that people just didn't realize just how tough it was and how tough you had to be in order to just exist and to continue a legacy of New London High School football. So here we are, standing at a high school football game in 1968, watching that great team go undefeated. Larry and I standing in the stands saying to ourselves, well, we're going to be here sometime, and hopefully we'll be able to live up to what they left for us. And hopefully, Coach Reyes, Tom Major, and the family, hopefully we made you guys proud. High school, 1969. That was when this school was finally occupied. They left us, freshmen, behind at the old school. They brought the sophomore, juniors, and seniors, because this was a 3-year school at one time, and they left us behind. Then the following year, we got to come here. But there's one thing that I know Larry really sticks out in his mind, and we always used to have this one drill our freshman year, which we never knew about until we got stuck in it. It was called, excuse me my French, the Nutcracker. That was when they lined up the whole football team, shoulder to shoulder, and they put one man down here. And the coach just kept blowing the whistle until you broke through, until you got broke. And out of all of them, us freshmen, he's the only one that stood tall and went through all of them. And he'll never forget that, and I'll never forget it, because the guys that we had to get hit by were no joke, as Mr. Foy and Mr. Major can attest to. They were no joke. Larry played for 3 seasons. His sophomore year, he was more of a backup running back, fullback, tight end. Worked on all the specialty teams, dedicated himself to the weight room, to everything that was going on in New London. His junior year, he got moved from running back from tight end to running back to tight end. Did a fantastic job there, saved my ass countless of times, countless. Created holes for Moosehead, which a lot of people don't know Moosehead, but Brian Walker, David Hadley, Michael Hadley, these guys are also Hall of Famers here. He opened holes, laid people down, did the job, was loved by the faculty, was loved by parents. I know my mom was over here, and she feels like he's her son. She loves him just as much as I do. Between the junior and senior year, Larry Pemberton, forgive me for being long-winded, but he's my friend and I love him, so I got some things to say. Junior year, he left for Springfield. His parents moved to Springfield, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. I felt a big void in my life at that time. My brother, my savior, was leaving. He got into boxing in Springfield, which I thought was possibly the best sport for him, because a fighter to love he is and was. And next thing you know, in the newspaper we read that Larry Pemberton, a 17-year-old sophomore, knocks out in the finals of Bermuda, a championship fight in Bermuda, knocked out his Army sergeant, knocked him out, first round, done, out. This spread like wildfire through here. Then Larry comes back to New London. Woo! Well, you imagine having the guy who was your brother, your friend. You could go anywhere you want to go. Nobody's messing with you, because I got this guy with me. And trust me, I wasn't him by a long shot. By a long shot, I was a QB, but this was my protector. Everybody else, the personal protector, I had mine for a long time. Okay? Senior year, Larry played running back, laid people down, ran over people, did his job. We lost opening day to Waterford our senior year. I remember coming in, Larry Pemberton goes to all the coaches and asked them, please, can you give us the locker room? Him, not the captain, him. We need the locker room. Larry comes in, takes his clothes off and says, listen, that's it. That's it. You get your one bad for the year. You get your one bad for your life. This is your one bad. We lose no more as of this moment right here. And he was right. We ran the table, went 9-0.
9-1.
We ran the table.
Okay,
we lost the opening day. We ran the table. So, one again against NFA, which everybody has a famous NFA story. Larry Pemberton, I'm getting my butt kicked all game. That's just what happened. And I just called the guy and said, listen, we need a touchdown, Larry, and we need one now. You know, you don't say things with hopes and aspiration that they're actually going to happen, but it did. Boom! He breaks through the line, runs over Jimmy Justice. I know you a lot of people here know James Justice. Ran him over and got into the end zone. Heavens open, everybody sang, angels were singing, I'm happy. That's what ended that. Then Larry ended up, after high school, ended up going to the Air Force for 4 years. Did his time in the military, came home, had an apprenticeship at Pratt & Whitney for 4 years, finished his apprenticeship in tool and die making. To this day is what he does for a living, a very good living. I'm proud to have him as my friend. He's, like I said, been more than a brother to me. Scared me, because I got Hall of Famer, Larry Pemberton.